Persona 5 The Phantom X is a gacha game that follows a brand new group of Phantom Thieves as they steal back desires taken from the public. Normally, you can play through the story with almost any released character in palaces and mementos to take on tough bosses and enemies of any kind. But today, what if we do things a little bit differently? What if I can only use official Phantom Thief members? That means this account will be locked to Team Wonder and the Phantom Thieves of Heart with no exceptions. Characters like Chord or Marian are completely off limits since in this game they are considered phantom idols and not actual Phantom Thieves than the actual series. There's one more additional rule I want to add. For every mandatory palace battle, we're only allowed to use Team Wonder to take down the enemies. That means we can't use the Phantom Thieves of Heart like Joker, the Twins, Futaba, Haru, whatever Phantom Thief you can think of. We can only use Wonder in this crew of Phantom Thieves that goes through the actual story of P5X. And to make things even tougher, each palace has a level cap. Since palace levels are fixed and don't scale with your account level, we can't over level and brute force our way through the fights even when we might think it might be impossible. So the big question is this gonna be brutal or a complete walk in the park? Honestly, I don't even know myself at the time of recording this video. But there are some mandatory fights in the game that I'm pretty sure that are going to be a big problem in the future. But without further ado, welcome to the Phantom Thieves Only account. I'm not gonna lie, this might be potentially the dumbest thing I ever do because I feel like when I was like looking at, oh, what have people really done with this game in terms of like challenge runs, there's not really any, especially for the global side and challenge runs where I'm used to seeing challenge runs like, oh, can you beat it with only this character or can you do it with only this element and all that jazz. So this is why I wanted to do a Phantom Thief Only account, but with the exception of we're not actually going to use Joker's team, we're specifically going to use Wonder's team. Okay, a couple of things about that statement. This account was originally going to be a Team Wonder only account, but recently I changed my mind. This was also recorded during Caroline Justine's like banner run. I didn't do that much at that time. I didn't do any like progressing and I pretty much still followed the rules that I did. I was just using Team Wonder only at the time. Also, I believe I did some summons and I've gotten units that I will explain when we get to that part as well. And finally, obviously I can use all the Phantom Thief members as I said per the intro, and things will be way more clear within the next part. So I believe that clears everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's time for me to go. Okay, yeah, get active. Well, that's right. Luffy really be active on some of these cutscenes. I think even in because I'm recording this December 26th. I don't know, I'm gonna move this cursor. I'm recording this on December 26th, and like Luffy was getting a little bit active. The cross fate for the Caroline Justine. Woo! Dang, you got kicked. I forgot you got kicked like that. Dang, Wonder, get up, bro, get up. Damn, I ain't gonna lie though. In real life, you think you can take on? Do anybody think they can take on a shadow in real life? Like, because these shadows, they look like they can actually like put some weight on you. These are just shadows, not even like the versions that we could see them in, like a pixie or shiki. Oh, God forbid it'll be a shiki, bro. Like, God forbid. I want to know, like, do you think you can take on a shadow? Let me know down below. Let me know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very curious what Roy Boy's awakening is going to be. I'm very curious what that is. Because it's already like a Gundam. Like, it's already a Gundam. Is it going to be like freaking Megazord? Like a Power Ranger Megazord type of thing? That would be crazy. I'm not going to lie. Contract. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do these summons. I don't really know if we can get another pull. We're going to do these summons. Our goal is to get any Phantom Thief member that's on Wonder's team. So let's hope we can get a Rico. Let's hope. We really need to get a Rico. If we can get a Soy early, then that would be great. So this account doesn't really care about 5 stars except for one of them right now. So we really need to get a bit lucky here. Who's this? Key? We don't give about Key. We do not care. Like, I get it's your birthday, I think today. I think it's his birthday today. But we do not care. I don't even have a bid on my main account, even though I like using on. I just don't care about Key. That's just what it is. It's gonna hit different when I get a 5-star and I can't use it. It's gonna hit different. They're literally just gonna be there. And it's gonna hit real different on limited banners if that ever comes to pass. Okay, cattle. We take a cattle. We take a cattle. I'm not mad at it, but can I get a soy? I need a soy or a Rico primarily. I think we'll be all right with just using Wonder for the time being for DPS, but we really want a soy or Rico. Obviously, we get them all during the story, but the earlier we can get them, the better, because we want copies in the future anyways, right? So it's preferred we can get them early, and we're not really getting lucky in terms of getting multiple 4 stars, unfortunately. Who is this? Freak. It's Fluoret or whatever pronounce this guy name is. Unfortunate. And by the way, I don't think I can get rid of these guys. Oh wait, actually no, I think I can. I can. Okay, good. All right, so obviously if we were ever run into a situation where we're forced to play a party member that's not a Phantom Thief member, what we will do is I will have to guard with them or something like that. I'll have to either guard with them or basic attack, right? So that would be the whole point. So right now our team is just Wonder and Lufel, right? Oh, okay, I'm forced into, I'm pretty sure I set the other team as my main team, but basically, unless the game forces me otherwise, I'm going to just basic. I'm going to guard. She is not going to do nothing. She is just going to guard. And that's what's going to happen with any child character that is not a Phantom Thief member or Merip. Is that how you say her name? And the reason why I say Merip is because we just recently got the twins. At the time of this Chord, they literally just been out for like a day. So if the twins came out, that means other Velvet Room attendants could be a thing. So if Merip ever gets added to the game, I will count them as a Phantom Thief member because she is actively helping Wonder. So if that ever happens, I don't think it will happen, but if it ever happens. And this is also a reason why we need to get Rico or Shun at, well, not really Shun because we'll get him in time. I'm more worried about the second palace because you play this game, you know that second palace final boss, that's a problem. And it's gonna really be a problem with the fact that we're not gonna be able to use convenient stuff to help out. Oh, wait, hold up. We got enough for another multi. Hold up. Pause everything. We really need Rico primarily. I don't know if I didn't get anybody else, I want Rico. Just so we can have a navigator because it would be our only navigator. That's unfortunate. Dang, no double, bro. Give me a double 4-star to give me some kind of hope. God damn. Oh, this is not looking so great. I'm not re-rolling, by the way. This is just the account. I'm not re-rolling. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm forced. I don't want to follow instructions. Leave me alone. Okay, I think I'm forced to do this though. Okay, as I said, because these scenarios, I don't really think there's gonna be a way to bypass this. If there was, let me know, and then I'll keep it in mind for future stuff. I'm only gonna attack with these once. By the way, they're not even weak. They made me do this for 0 reasons. And by the way, when can I get ×2 speed? Because holy bro, I like 1 time speed for certain stuff, but not for the entire duration of the battle. Like, I have to defeat this guy. Okay, let's just hope he's not hard to beat. Who is it? Succubus? You don't have bless or anything. Okay. This actually is probably gonna be fine. Yeah, you know gun. So this is already a problem. Okay, sweet to ice. So I can't really highlight the guy in the middle. And so this is gonna probably take a second. I think we'll be fine. He's not really doing anything that's scary. He hasn't really done anything yet that I'm like, oh, I'm scared for my life. Yeah, we just melee. That did way more damage. Okay, I was like, what if I just melee? It does work. Holy, we're already at level 15. Yo, that ×2 bonus, I don't remember if I showed it or not, but that ×2 bonus from, where is it, the goals, like, is really giving experience. Oh wow, hi. Is really going crazy, bro. This ×2 bonus is crazy. I see a common trend in Persona 5 related games of the first women of our team is always being strapped to something. Like, I feel like there's like a little trend going on. Bro was like, oh, you ruined my life, and all she did was just hit a pitch. I mean, hey, if anything, you should be complimenting the student that can even hit a pitch that is considered. What was this? Like, his pitch was like something on the lines of, it was like a really good pitch. Like, no child should even really be able to hit it. I see that more as a compliment, but the fact that you're blaming it all on her, bro, you also was just not a great person, if I'm being completely honest. Literally blaming a child for your misfortune, where you would have been fine if you would have been fine. You just allowed yourself to get depressed over the fact that you feel like you were supposed to be invincible. That's really all it is. But yeah, that's why I say, I think most people can definitely agree. The motivations of Subway Slammer is just like, really? That's why you're doing this? Like, because at least we can get mad about like Kamoshida and all that, because he is just a straight up scumbag. And he's actually smart. Like, he's actually smart about how he does things. This guy's not really smart. He's just doing stuff because he knows he could just get away with it because this world doesn't really have desires, versus the Joker's version of the world. it's the opposite. Everybody has too much desire sometimes, like corrupted adults and stuff, right? I wonder, could we just defeated the bro right here and now? Because he looked like he's too distraught to even think properly. And I'm amazed that go-kart is even moving like how it is. Like, how are we moving like that? Obviously, this is just for an anime effect, but in real life, if I see a car moving like that because of got hit by a baseball, yeah, that car gotta get destroyed immediately, or I'm gonna return it. I'm about to say, give him my money back. Alright, let's go. Alright, so immediately we're gonna mark we're gonna mark them because we need the damage. Then we're going to, what are we gonna do? We do this. I probably should have put on Pixie instead. Oh, actually, I don't think we're gonna save our highlight. We're just gonna do this. And this should be fine into an all-out attack. Does this kill here? No, it doesn't. Let's just do bullet time. And that's a quick little battle. Light work. Now, is that gonna be the same when we actually fight Kamoshida or some of the other shadows in this palace? What's that Kamoshida? Subway Slammer? I forget his name. Kiuchi. That's his name. I don't know about that, but we'll cross that bitch when we get there. All right, so now this is basically like a time skip more to where Rico's banner is now officially out and where the challenge of using only Phantom Thieves member, including the Phantom Thieves of Heart, is now a thing. To get y'all up to speed, we got Carolee and Justin in like 30 pulls or something like that. I'll show like the history and all that because I didn't record it for some reason. We also got Shun as well as Rico in the process, and we also did the additional like 20 pulls on the beginner banner so we can get on, because at that point, well, since we're doing the Phantom Thief only account, well, we need every Phantom Thief that we can get. And aside from that, I cleared the rest of Koichi's powers. There wasn't mandatory fight, but I'm just not gonna really bother showing it because it was extremely easy. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut over to the part where we fight Kiuchi because there's really nothing else to do. All right, let's do this, bro. Let's do this. The only way I can figure out if we can even beat this is if we give it an attempt. We need to have multi anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot that's like a condition. I actually completely forgot about that. Do I let this rock? I don't think people really care about Subway Slammer. Let's just be honest. Thieves are 35. Can't do nothing about that. Let's go. I was like, let's go. Let's try this. I do think this will be doable though. But we're just gonna see. I have a lot of doubt though. I don't really have like a crazy strategy. We're gonna do a Tara shot to get the mark, and we're going to do blitz, and then we're gonna do the second skill. We get the shock, which is great. I think I want to save the highlights for a future occasion. I'm gonna probably not really use Lufel's SP because we have so little. That was a nice block by me, by the way. So most of the time he is just going to guard. We could, I don't remember what freeze does. I think we kind of just spam. We're just gonna kind of skill scan with skill 3. That does some solid damage. Oh yeah, true. We got Rico. That is true. That is true. So we're gonna skill 1 here. I'm pretty sure our Rico's A0, by the way. I think 4-star Rico's on the banner too, on this latest banner right now. So we definitely need to try to get copies of that. We're gonna do skill 1 because it decreases Koichi's damage by like 10%. So we take all the damage reduction we can get, and we're gonna do this. Healing receive, it doesn't heal, so it doesn't really matter. The damage is manageable. It's nothing that crazy. We're gonna skill 2 right here, so we get a little bit of HP back. It's not much, but hey. Now the problem is, if I'm remembering correctly, Rico, I need you to move out the screen. We have 120 actions. We do have a time limit for this fight. I actually almost forgot about that time limit. So we do need to not waste that much time, but we are going to be wasting a little bit of time for this first phase because of the fact I want to highlight immediately within the following phase. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip this because we're not tripping about the story. You know what I've realized just now? How come the first boss of each palace that's anything based on Persona 5 is always pink? Kamoshida was pink, Alice was pink from Persona 5 Strikers, and Koichi's pink. I don't know how I just now noticed that trend. It's like you got a lot of themes going on here. Off rip, I don't think we ever skill 3. The only reason we don't skill 3 because it's 8 turns. So that's gonna take way too long. And it's way too long to get back. Off rip, you skill highlight for Lufo, so we can get an attack buff. We got a mark. And we gotta get through like 3 health bars, right? 2 or 3 health bars. Oh, that did quite a bit. Oh yeah, I forget he gets 2 turns. Oh, we gotta heal. That's a problem. Oh yeah, now I remember why I think in the previous thing I said I wanted Shun, because Shun would be really nice here. I got to guard with Wonder in a second. We're gonna guard right here. I might need to actually consider buying items as well, like from like Takamaki if I don't have her unlocked already. I actually don't remember. Charge. That's annoying. That's annoying because that's my damage dealer. What the fuzz? All right, that's fine. Deathbound. He's targeting Luffle. That is annoying, but it is what it is. I want to see what my items are. Not the greatest. We have SP stuff that we can use, but let's do highlight with Multaha, and we're gonna guard, I guess. I'm just gonna spam this, even though I don't really think it does that much for us. I think it does give us like a defense down, kind of, but aside from that, it's not doing the craziest thing. Okay, next health bar. All right, what happens in this phase is the cheerleaders come out or something like that, right? Is that what happens in this phase? I forget. Yeah, the cheerleaders. Okay, so for this phase, I think Rico's really gonna help us here, but I think I just used Rico, no, didn't I? Oh yeah, I forgot he does this. Yeah. We gotta defeat the women. Yeah, Rico is on cooldown right now, so that kind of sucks. We're gonna use Luffel. I'm going to assume the one on the right is weak to lightning. If it's not, then we're in for a rough time. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, it is. Thank God. Do this. We can't all out attack. We're just gonna double in. I'm gonna mark. Oh, okay, never mind. It killed. What happens if I keep that one low? I don't know. For the time being, I'm gonna try to take her out though. We just gotta take the both women out. Can't move. That's good. All right, and we gotta go through this whole bar. So we probably need to be more aggressive. We're already on 52 actions. We don't have a lot of turns left. We have less than 60. I'm going to skill 3 here, just to get a little bit of health with Wonder. 249, not much, but it's something. We need to make sure we always have SP. I ain't gonna lie. Well, Rico hasn't really been making a big difference. Not really. I don't think so. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe she is, and I'm just not really thinking much about it. But like usually when I think about 4-star Rico, I'm just like, well, we want downs and stuff. But this fight, downs doesn't matter that much aside from the cheerleaders. But for electric damage, I should have actually brought it. Yeah, I definitely should have brought an electric persona for Multa specifically. I know like most people don't like this, palace as an overall story wise, which I don't even blame. 100%, because I think this palace is basically mid. Like to me, it's mid, but I know people will say it's like bad. It's like it's definitely not the worst piece of story that I've consumed. I don't know. We're at 75. Ooh, we really need. Okay, we need to go full DPS. If I remember, I'll talk about my thoughts about the palace afterwards. Lower the attack. We got to go full offense. We should be able to do this if we just go full offense. That hurts. Oh, don't die. Okay, thank you. Boom. He already has burn, so I'm just gonna melee, I guess. Nice crits. We take those crits any day of the week. Spam skill 1. Well, okay, hold on. Rico is doing defense now. I kind of forgot about that for some reason. So that is probably like helping a lot. I want to mark so bad. I probably could do it. Nah, I'm not risking it. I will only mark if it feels like we can't, if it's cutting it close. Actually, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine wise. But going back to like the persona, like the palace 1 topic for P5X. This palace, if I had to give it a rating, it's probably like a 6 or a 5. Like, as I said, to me, this is not the worst piece of like story that I've ever consumed. I've definitely experienced worse. It just like for a first palace, it doesn't really leave an impact more than anything. I literally forgot Kiuchi's name until a little bit recently when I was like looking up something about P5X. I literally forgot bro's name. I just remember him as Subway Slammer, right? And that's kind of funny in my opinion. But yeah, honestly, I thought this was gonna be worse. Maybe it's because I'm just like dreading the second palace. My brain for some reason just thought the first palace was gonna be a little more difficult than this. The only thing is, it's like we're taking a lot of turns, but that's just kind of how it is. Yes. So we can do this. And also, we're getting pretty lucky with the crits as well. So that's the thing. Wander with the dodge, and I think that's it. I don't think there's another phrase after this. I don't think so. Yeah, but if this is the end, as I said, the second palace is where it's gonna get spooky. It is gonna be spooky. tricky. The Kiuchi fight is actually way easier than I remembered. I thought it would be a little harder because I'm not using any 5 stars. And I'm also only having like 3 characters. Which normally at this point, you should be using 4 characters because you've been given a whole nother, you know, you give it like multiple persona characters, like whether it be 4 stars or you even got the 5 star, right? But anyways, let's finish this. Bam. Light work.
That's pretty much it for part 1. You enjoyed this, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and part 2 will probably be out soon because I'm currently working on going towards the 2nd palace. And let me know if there's any rules that I should particularly change, but I think I'm pretty happy with the rules for the most part. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.